Here we go, guys. Today we're checking out this 2025 Ford F-150 Lariat. This truck has the 3.5 liter twin turbo V6, the Power Boost V6, and it makes about 430 horsepower and 570 pound-feet of torque. Now when it comes to the exterior styling, this truck is pretty nice. It has dual exhaust tips that are black, LED tail lights, 4x4 decal, black wheels, Ford running board, and there's F-150 printed on each door handle. And again, this is the Lariat trim. It's marker lights, or if you want to call them Raptor lights. This truck does not need them, but it does add to it. I like the fact that they're white. Makes it look kind of cool, especially with the black and white theme going on here. Really cool tailgate. Now, it can open up as a traditional tailgate, so you just press the button right here. Then it drops down. It has power. Reveals the box. Now this particular truck has this last fit liner. So this particular truck has the Pro Power on board, which is really cool because you get tons of outlets back here. You get 4 120 volt outlets, and then you get a 240 volt outlet, which is enough to power a freaking washing machine. So if you want to bring your washing machine loaded in the bed and wash your clothes while you're driving, you can do that. Then on the right side we get a little cubby, not too deep, but you can store some stuff in there, probably some, I don't know, jumper cables or something like that. We do get bed lights on both sides. Speaking of last fits, if you are interested in purchasing any liners or headlight bulbs, turn signal bulbs, that sort of stuff, head over to my description. You can get a discounted price on all that stuff. Just click that link and buy whatever you need. You probably noticed the fact that there's like these lines in the middle. So what you can do is there's a button right here, there's a little arrow, you just press it and you can open the side just like that. Another benefit of this, I suppose, is if you're in a tight parking lot and say there's a car parked super close behind you, you can just open the tailgate this way and you can probably just open it like this, maybe here to grab something out. Let me know if you guys think this is a gimmick or not. There's tons of space back here. This door opens up almost 90 degrees. Very wide opening, you gotta love it. As far as the door pull itself, very solid. This door is weighted very nicely. There's a nice solid feel to this door. Even when it comes to pushing it in, it feels really solid. Grab handle. I had to hurry up and get in here, guys, because it's like 10 degrees outside and my hands are absolutely freezing. You actually get heated seats back here, so that is a very nice touch. This is my driving position. I am 5'11" or 6 feet tall, depending on how I'm feeling. But there is tons of space back here, guys. You can really just chill out back here. Headroom, it's pretty solid. Door card, we have a little shelf right here you can put your arm on. We have a bottle holder. Materials, again, this is the Lariat, so it's not the top of the line, but material choices aren't too bad. And we get the Bang & Olufsen sound system in here, climate vents, heated seats. And then this is my favorite part. We get a 12 volt outlet, which is pretty standard on most vehicles. But check this out. You get 2 USB-Cs and a household power outlet, a 120 volt. This floor is completely flat. There is no drivetrain hump whatsoever. And this might sound kind of goofy, but if you are ever in a situation where you have to sleep in your truck, you can fold these seats up and actually lay down back here. And I will demonstrate that right here. I am laying down. We also have 2 cup holders in the center armrest and a power sliding rear glass. Not like the Tundra. The Tundra is still the coolest one. Now, I will say, as far as opening the doors, on F-150s and pretty much every F-series trucks. I like the innovation of the door handle, but I don't know. It's just weird because you gotta like pull this, then force your arm out. I don't know how I feel about it, but it's whatever. Storage stuff. You get tons of space under the seats. And on top of that, you get more space behind the little storage bin. You can also fold this down. Basically, you have to go on both sides and push this gray clip in, and then you can fold this down and you get a more flat floor. Now, as for the front, you get a grab handle up here. These seats are pretty comfy. Nicely bolstered too. Nice bolsters right here. Nice bolsters on my back. This seat actually fits me very well. We actually get 3 memory seat settings. That's pretty cool. Lock, unlock, power folding mirrors. And down here, you get your light controls, gauge lights. Now, this feature right here, you can actually illuminate each mirror, which is pretty nice. We get pedal adjustments, and then a parking brake. Steering wheel feels really good. This leather feels pretty solid. Got a heated steering wheel right there. Whole gauge cluster is digital, and the animation that it has is pretty cool. The truck is like moving around. I like that. Get your lane keep assist, radar cruise control, volume information. Alrighty, so as for the screen, this screen is not as big as the 3rd gen Tundra, the new Tundras that are out. Apparently Ford makes one of, if not the best, infotainment in the car industry. You got zone lighting, which illuminates around your entire truck, which is really cool. The Pro Power on board shows you how much power you are consuming. Navigation. Moving down, we have climate control information, tuning knob, volume knob, 4-wheel drive. This truck has 4-wheel drive automatic, and it has a rear locking differential. We have heated and ventilated seats and a heated steering wheel. Then moving down, we have a wireless phone charger and a USB-A and a USB-C. Moving on over, we got 2 cup holders, our shifter, which actually can move down if you press this button. I will say this, as innovative as this seems, I don't trust this one bit, because if that breaks, imagine if that gets stuck right here and you can't take it back out. You can't even drive the truck. That's just crazy. In my honest opinion, I would much rather just have a column shifter right here, and it's like foolproof, honestly. But you might be wondering, why does it do this? Well, if you move over to the center console, you can actually fold this down like so. And if you're having lunch, or if you are at a work site and you need your computer, you can sit it right here. And speaking of which, if you have your computer here, if you come over here, we get a household power outlet, so you can plug that baby in. Now, if you've watched my last Tundra video I made, my POV Drive and POV review, I talked about my Mountain Valley spring water and how this almost never fits in any car cup holder. We're about to find that out right now. If this works, this does go down. However, there is a gap. It doesn't completely touch the bottom. It doesn't fall out, so I will consider this a pass. And then there's no bottle holders in the door. I mean, you could probably put bottles here, but it's not circular. Let's test the back, see if this works. These also do not fit. It doesn't sit all the way down, but again, this doesn't fall out either, so I'd probably have to give this a pass. Moving on over, we get 2 glove boxes. There is texture right here, so nothing will be sliding around as you're driving. Bottom glove box, decent size. And then we get the panoramic sunroof. This one controls the back window. That's the shade. And then this opens the entire sunroof. It's all in one touch too. So here it is, the Power Boost twin turbo V6. This is a hybrid after all. Check that out. It just turned off, but the truck is still running because of that hybrid battery. Now, one thing I want to talk about. This video isn't necessarily a comparison, but I want to throw this in here. You've probably all heard about the 3.4 liter twin turbo V6 and the hybrid ones that are in the new Tundras, and how it's throwing rod bearings and all this stuff. This is also a twin turbo V6, 3.5 liter. You have your regular EcoBoost, and you have the Power Boost, which makes more power. If you are a Toyota fanboy or girl, I would actually opt to buy this truck over a new Tundra. So if you had to choose between a new Tundra and an F-150 Power Boost or EcoBoost, I'm picking the F-150, guys. Even though I love Toyota, I'm picking this truck. Driving the F-150 Power Boost Lariat. Right off the bat, the truth has to be said, guys. This thing drives really good so far. We have a heads-up display right there. All right. Here we go, guys. Wow. Wow, this thing moves. Oh my goodness. This thing ain't playing around, guys. It sounds interesting. Again, the seat is really comfy. I got my heated seats on right now because it's like 10 degrees outside. The brakes are really responsive. Man. Shifts are really smooth with that 10-speed automatic. I just remember that the auto start stop is on. Let me know in the comment section if you own one of these, whether it's the 5 liter V8, maybe you have a Roush version. So I just noticed when you put the turn signals on, you can actually see the indicators in the HUD or heads-up display. That's pretty cool. Again, the brakes are really responsive. Very sharp and bitey. I like it. I don't think there is a button to turn off the auto start stop. Maybe it's in here somewhere. Features. Apps. Settings. Yo, this thing has some power. My goodness, guys, this is crazy. I like it. So I forget offhand how much horsepower the hybrid version of the new Tundra makes. I want to say it's about the same, 430 something horsepower. But maybe, I don't know if I wasn't getting on it hard enough when I was test driving that truck, but man, this thing feels a lot more powerful. Seating position also, I will say, is pretty good. I feel like I'm actually driving a pickup truck. I complained that when I test drove the Tundra, I felt like I was sitting in a car more than a truck. Yeah, I love the interior design. I like how everything is blacked out. I like the turn signal sounds. It's like a knock. Alright, I'm about to get on it right here. Wow. You can kind of hear the turbos. Yeah, the heads-up display is really nice. So I used to own a 2019 Toyota Avalon, and that one also did have a heads-up display, but it was not as big as this one. I am all about V8s and full-size pickup trucks, and I am just not really interested in ever buying anything other than a V8 in a full-size pickup truck. However, if it's like a diesel or something, most diesels are inline sixes, twin turbo inline sixes, which is whatever, right? But V8s, if I were to ever buy an F-150, it would 110% be the 5-liter V8, that Coyote V8. Now, obviously, it does not make as much power as this. However, it does make like 400 horsepower or something like that. This is relatively close, but it doesn't make anywhere near as much torque. At least you have options, you know what I mean? When it comes to Toyota, you don't have any options. But, you know, when it comes to Ford, you got the 5-liter V8, you got the EcoBoost, you got the Power Boost. Then I think you can also get the 2.7-liter. Alrighty guys, that's going to do it for this video. If you are interested in purchasing this particular truck, head over to my description. Thanks again, South Dayton Toyota, for letting me borrow this F-150. Please subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.